Welcome to the Bank First Ranger Hour. Super Talk Mississippi 93.7 Spotlight on Northwest Community College. And you can listen to our live stream at supertalknorthms.com. Just click on the link for the Bank First Ranger Hour. Now, here's your host, Gary Darby.
We are ready to talk Northwest Community College. Today is our show, which is called North Mississippi Spotlight, becomes the Bank First Ranger Hour. So let me tell you what we will do on the program on this Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Dr. Emily Davis is going to be with us. She works at what they call ARC there on the Northwest campus. That is the Advising Retention Center. We will welcome Dr. Davis into the program in about 15 minutes. And we'll talk about spring enrollment. We'll talk about different things going on in that portion of Northwest Community College. When we're done, to the athletic world we go. The Northwest women's soccer team are the defending NJCAA Division II national champions. They have won Region 23 yet again. And this weekend, they'll be back on the pitch trying to defend that national title. We'll get you all of the details, and we'll bring in their head coach, James Beattie, to the program. So that will be, as far as our guests are concerned, what the lineup is today. And then we have basketball season already underway with 4 games for both men and women. We'll tell you what's been going on there. And the football team trying to get back into the NJCAA playoffs again and hosting a game on Saturday. Pretty much a win and in for either team. The way it looks, you never know on selection day or when the polls actually come out as to what might happen. Correct? I think we all know that. If you followed enough college athletics over the years, some surprising things can happen. Nonetheless, we will give you that information on the program today. So that's where we are, and that's what we're doing. And so we encourage you to hang in there with us and listen to all the things that we have to offer for you today on the Ranger Hour. So the Heindel Center for the Performing Arts, kind of winding down here, obviously, in 2025, but still a lot of great shows and a lot of great things to go see and to go do. And one of those things coming up on December the 5th is Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. Now, what is that, Darb? That's probably what you're asking yourself. Well, it is a group of musicians of all kinds that take songs you've heard before and kind of put them into a jazz feel, if you will. And here's what I'm going to do for you. And the hope is we're trying to make an effort that before this happens on December the 5th, that we'll have a member or two from Postmodern Jukebox to talk with us on one of our Bank First Ranger Hours. This is a rendition they had of Journey's Don't Stop Believing. So just kind of listen. This is what we're talking about.
Small-town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going smoky room, I smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile that can share the night, it goes on and on.
Boy, I could listen to that for the entirety of it, which goes another 4 and so minutes. But we're not going to be able to do that. We got a lot of things to do. But that gives you a hint of what is coming to Senatobia and the Heindel Center for the Performing Arts in early December. Tickets available. It's called Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. You could do, much as I just did, go to your old computer or your phone, whatever device you might want to, look up Postmodern Jukebox and listen to some of the things that they do. They put a great spin on a lot of the classics. It just sounds like it's going to be a real fun night. December 5. Put it on your calendar at the Heindel Center for the Performing Arts. And we hope again to have some discussion from some of the members of the show on one of these shows coming up soon. All right, going to 72 again. Mostly sunny skies. It's all a good day here in North Mississippi. A great day to talk Northwest Community College, and we get it all rolling with our guests after the break. Dr. Emily Davis comes up first.
This hour is Everything Northwest. Your connection to Northwest Mississippi Community College and powered by Bank First. Thanks for joining us on the Bank First Ranger Hour. Join the conversation now by texting 662-426-1093.
The conversation in the second part of the show will go to the women's soccer team with head coach James Beattie, and then we'll discuss the rest of athletics and things that are going on. But right now, we need to get into the academic world, and we need to bring in Dr. Emily Davis at the ARC, that is the Advising Retention Center. Now, we've already said hello off the air, but hello on the air, Emily. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing very well. How are you?
Things are good, and excited to get a chance to talk with you. You're kind of one of the first at the Retention Center, right? How long have you been in this role and working at NWCC?
I've been here 3 years. We started the Advising and Retention Center in 2022, and we are actually expanded this year. We're not just here in Senatobia, but we have advisors at DeSoto and Oxford, and we are ready to serve students as we are approaching our spring 2026 semester that begins in January.
Absolutely. Got that coming up in January, and I think when we tell people, the name Advising Retention Center, we kind of are smart enough, at least I hope I am, to understand what you guys do. But for those that are listening and may not know that this is available at Northwest, exactly what all? Can you expand a little bit on what you guys do there at ARC?
Definitely. So what we are here to do, we're here to help students reach their goals. And there are so many different ways and options that students have nowadays. There are so many requirements that have to be met, deadlines. So we're here to assist students. We talk to them about their plans, their goals, what they want to achieve, and we guide them. We tell them what's required, where they can go, what type of jobs are available, and we help them make the best decisions. So we really try to be a listening ear to students and what they are trying to accomplish, and then we give them the tools, the resources to reach those goals. And it looks different. We may help them apply to a health science program or a career tech program, or we may help them meet requirements to transfer to one of the senior colleges in our state. So we're going to make an academic plan for them, map it all out, register them for classes, and then the retention side of it, we're going to stay in touch with them. We're going to work with their instructors. The instructors alert us if something is going on, if a student's not completing assignments, students not coming to class. We reach out to them. We even work with housing sometimes and have to say, hey, residence hall director, can you reach out to the student? Tell them to come by and see me. I want to talk about something that's going on in their classes. So that's a big part of it now, too. Not just the registration, but the retention. How can we help them access those resources, give them the best tools and advice to be successful, and come back each semester all the way until graduation?
Wow, what a great thing going on. Great service for the students. So let's begin with spring enrollment. Where do we want to start there?
We are registering right now for our current students. Current students can see their advisor in person, over the phone, via Zoom, for an advising session and to make a class schedule. Starting next week on Monday, the 17th, we will be registering new students, transfer students, readmitted students who are coming back. They just need to make sure they have applied for admission and submitted any required documents. Then we can register them in person, over the phone, or via Zoom as well. But we are doing it right now for current students, and we will start with new students next week. And we're going to continue all the way through the end of this semester, and we'll get back in January after our Christmas and New Year break. And we're going to open up. We're going to open up the campus on January the 7th, and we will be registering again. We're going to have some open registration dates, and then classes will actually start on January the 12th for in-person, January 20th for online.
Listening to you talk about all of the ways that someone can register and do things leads me to this. There's no reason you can't get registered for a class if you can do it now in the Zoom world. I mean, obviously you guys have to keep up with everything that's moving in the world, and part of it technology-wise now includes things like that. So, I mean, you know, before we had to show up, right? You saw someone, you registered for class, you stood in lines, you did everything. Right now, Emily, there's no excuse, is there?
We want to make it convenient for students. We have students from all walks of life. We have the traditional age college student. We have adult learners. We have students who are working full-time jobs, so we want to make it convenient for them. Students can email us, call us, and we will help however we can to get them advised and enrolled in classes for the spring.
I'm talking with Dr. Emily Davis with ARC, the Advising Retention Center. So, do you have, I mean, the last-minute student, the last-minute person, do you guys, are you ready for that, especially since the holidays are coming up and there's time off, you know, at Northwest to jam it all in at once? That's not what we want. I guess the message we're trying to get here is let's get this done before we have to do that.
Right. The message is we're open for registration right now. However, we know sometimes things happen, changes are made, and you may not know that you're going to enroll with us until January, which is fine.
That's a good point.
We're still registering in January. We're going to open up on January the 7th, and then classes will begin January the 12th. We'll still be registering that week. Same thing for online classes. They begin January the 20th. We will still have late registration that week. We don't want students to wait that late, but we will be here and available to accommodate them if for some reason you're not able to register until the week the classes begin.
So we're thinking of registering for school and the spring semester. What do we need to have in hand as a student of whatever age it might be? Like if we have moms and dads and we've got students they're trying to help in their home, or the adult, as you said, that may be changing careers or just now going to school, what do we need to have in hand and ready when we start this discussion with you?
Currently enrolled students, they need to speak with their advisor. They are here, accessible, or you can reach out to us via email or phone. So current students, just reach out to us. New or returning or transfer students, please make sure you have went to our website. You've gone to our website and applied for admission. If you've attended any other colleges, we do need official transcripts from those institutions. If you're interested in applying for financial aid, complete the FAFSA application. So new, transfer, and readmitted students apply online for admission. Send us any transcripts that are required, and make sure you applied for financial assistance.
Excellent work. We appreciate you being on the program today and for all you do, not just today, but every day, helping our students and the things that you do there at Northwest. Thanks, Emily.
Thanks so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Dr. Emily Davis with us, with ARC, getting the students, retaining the students, and just helping them in all kinds of ways. So open registration for all standard and e-learning classes Thursday, January 8th, Senatobia campus, Yalobusha Hall, DeSoto campus, main entrance, Oxford campus, the same. And they'll do that on Friday, January 9 as well. And then for current Northwest students, you know, the priority registration is underway for the full term, the first term, the standard classes, the e-learning classes. And as she mentioned, classes begin on Monday, January 12th for first-term standard classes. Now, for others, then there are different dates, obviously. I'm going to tell you to go to northwestms.edu. northwestms.edu. It's all there for you. All you have to do is go to that website, do what I did. I clicked on registration, and then, boom, it says we're currently registering for the spring 2026 classes. To view the courses available, you click on the course schedule tab in My NWCC, and then it shows you the important dates that I had just clicked on and read to you as we're doing the program. So there is a little place you click, here's how to get enrolled. Process is easy. You get started, and boom, there you go. Now, if you have any questions, I'm also going to tell you 560-5000. 560-5000. Pretty simple. But northwestms.edu, you go and boom, check it all out, and get yourself ready for the upcoming spring semester. That will begin in early January. But you got to think, too, for all colleges, but for Northwest, the Thanksgiving holiday is coming up. The Christmas holiday is coming up. Doors will be closed for a little while. Don't wait. I mean, if, like she said, sometimes you may just, boom, early January decide this is what I'm going to do. Kind of get that. But if you already know, or you know a current student, maybe you are a current student, get busy. Spring semester. Enroll it. It's open now. We thank Dr. Emily Davis for being on our program. It is 9:30 on your Thursday. We go from the academic side to the athletic world and finish up the program next.
Thanks for listening to the Bank First Ranger Hour, your connection to Northwest Mississippi Community College on SuperTalk Mississippi 93.7 and streaming live at supertalknorthms.com. Just click on the link for the Bank First Ranger Hour.
Well, we have learned when we need to register for the spring semester, and we thank Dr. Davis for being on the program and talking with us from the Advising and Retention Center. You know all the dates. We've given you northwestms.edu. Go look, go find, and get ready for spring 2026. The head coach of the women's soccer team is James Beattie. He's back with us. The women's soccer team finished 17-1-1. And before we talk about winning another Region 23, and before we talk about you, I know you are proud of what your team does in the academic world, in the classroom as well, and that's very important to what you do.
Yeah, 100%. I think for us, we've said it before on the program. They're student athletes. The first word is student. The degree can't get taken away from them. If they have an injury on the field, on the court, that can get taken away from them, i.e. their sport. So, we really pride ourselves on making sure that we're not just performing at a high level on the field, but also a high level in the classroom. And last year, obviously, we were the academic team of the year for all of junior college, which is something that obviously we're really, really proud of. And again, we want to repeat that this year. We want to be the best in everything we do. We want to compete. So for us, it's just trying to excel in both the classroom and also the field.
17-1-1, you get the Region 23 championship, third straight year. Talk about the defense and a clean sheet there in the championship game in Region 23 against Jones.
Yeah, obviously, whole collective performance in that game. All of our players that were available played. I always say teams win championships, not individuals, and that's what it took to win the Region 23. Obviously, we now focus our attention onto the national tournament, and hopefully we can repeat what we did last year and, win it again and, again, continue to just push the standards, push the boat out, try and make the unachievable achievable. Just continue to try and be a better version of ourselves today than what we were yesterday.
Can you speak to the administration and how they have been for you at your time in Senatobia and this program that you coach?
Yeah, I mean, top class. I think in every department, we have, in regards to the financial side, the student services side, the academic side, like all the vice presidents, Dr. Heindel, have all been so supportive. Like Dr. Heindel was at our game on Friday. Again, like I don't know how many presidents are out on a Friday night, taking up their Friday night to watch a soccer championship game, and he's been there at every single one. But for me, it's just like really well operated college in every department, and for us that makes our job easier as coaches. Like I speak to a lot of coaches, especially within our conference, that they're at schools that maybe they just don't have the financial or the leadership that really allows the program to strive in the way that it does here. So for me, we're really lucky to have the administration we have. The players are really lucky to have the administration we have. And it's constantly, there for us with every single need. So I think for me, if we didn't have them, we wouldn't be in the position we're in, that's for sure.
What does it mean for you for the third straight year to be named the Region 23 Coach of the Year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a proud achievement. There's again a team behind the team. If the administration isn't right, it makes obviously my job more difficult. If the team isn't right, it makes my job more difficult. I'm really lucky to have a fantastic administration, probably one of the best in the country. And then as well, probably one of the best in the country in regards to the teams that we have here this year and over the last 2 years. And again, I think, it's not one person that wins a championship. Like what I said, it's teams that win championships, not individuals.
Through the season, did you build the depth? Obviously, you said you played everyone available, but you've been able to play a lot of people and build a depth to get you prepared for what's coming up starting Sunday in this national tournament.
Yeah, I think for sure. Like, it's obviously a long season physically. There's a lot of demands that are met from a volume standpoint. It's a lot of games across really a small window. So, making sure that players can step up. Also injuries. We've had 4 injuries this year, 4 season-ending injuries this year already. And we've just kept rolling. And that's the key is, we're going to have injuries, we're going to have adversity, but as long as we've got 2 or 3 players that can cover each position, it's so key when you get to this point in the season. Like a lot of the teams at the national tournament, hopefully for our case, don't have that depth, and that's what kind of can hopefully get us over the line.
Give us some thoughts as you go now to Wichita, Kansas for the weekend to play in the 2025 NJCAA Division II National Tournament. You got the 2 seed overall. You get Southern Union State Sunday at 12:30 and the 15 seed Iowa Lakes Tuesday at 2:30. Is this about you guys? I mean, obviously you got to go play someone, but do you have the information, or how are you approaching this question that I'm throwing at you?
Yeah, no, for sure. So, with obviously live streams, we've been able to look at both teams. We've also we haven't played either team, but we've played teams that have played them. So we've had common opponents. So we've been able to get an idea of the level that they play at, and both teams are going to be good. You don't make it to a national championship by mistake. So I think both of them are going to be good. Both of them are going to cause different problems, and it's just for us to kind of focus on ourselves, play our game, and hopefully solve the problems and advance out the pool play.
While we were talking, I thought I would look up what the weather was going to be like in Wichita, Kansas, and it looks fine, right? We're looking temperatures in the 70s. You may have some wind whip across the field a little bit in Kansas, but does that? I know. Look, in your sport, you have to play in some unbelievable cold weather or whatever it might be. That's a pleasant weekend, an early week you're going to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you'd have told me in August that Kansas was going to be pretty much similar temperatures to what it is down here in Mississippi, I would have took it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously the weather conditions are always going to play a factor wherever you play. But I always say to the team is the other team also needs to play in the weather conditions, and it's a factor for them as well. So, for us, it's just trying to, like what I say, unlock the problems that both teams will cause us, and hopefully advance past the pool play.
Excellent. When do you guys leave Mississippi and head that way?
So we leave on Friday, and then we get to train up there on Saturday, and then they have a banquet each year at Nationals. So on the Saturday night we have the banquet, and then we open up pool play on the Sunday.
Excellent. Another great conversation. I always appreciate your time. Good luck, and we'll talk with you, I know, when this is over.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. That's Coach James Beattie with us. Women's soccer, defending NJCAA national champions. And they go to Wichita, Kansas. Leaving tomorrow, as he said, and then they will get ready as the number 2 seed in this tournament with Southern Union State on Sunday and Iowa Lakes on Tuesday. You can keep up with all that is going on in that tournament and in all these other sports we are about to discuss with you in just a few. Southern Union State, by the way, is out of Wadley, Alabama. So obviously he has played some teams in Alabama on the schedule. Iowa Lake speaks for itself out of the state of Iowa. But Coach doing another great job. They lost a match on October the 14th to Holmes 2-1, and then traveled to number 7 Jones and won 6-1. Came back to beat Southwest Mississippi and Colin to finish up the regular season. In the Region 23 tournament, they hosted the first round game, got a 3-0 win over Itawamba, and then beat number 5 Mississippi Gulf Coast and number 7 Jones again to get to this opportunity to try and repeat as the NJCAA Division II Women's Soccer Championship. 12:30 on Sunday against Southern Union State and 12:30 on Tuesday against Iowa Lakes. So they are in pools. Southern Union State and Iowa Lakes will play one another as well. And then you advance based on the points and what you've done in those 2 matches in the bracket. Best of luck. As you mentioned, though, 4 season-ending injuries, and yet his team has been able to plug along and put a 17-1-1 season thus far in the books. And out of those 19 matches, 9 of them have been against teams that are ranked in the polls. Mississippi has a lot of them themselves. But one of their opening matches was a 5-3 win over then number 5 Heartland. And I think Heartland got the 3 seed in this tournament as well. But they played a team out of Nebraska that was ranked, and then all of the Mississippi schools that they had to go through. And they'll have to go through another and another and another if they want to bring back another national title. But best of luck to the Ranger women's soccer team. Region 23 champs 3 years in a row. And now they go to Wichita, Kansas to try and win another national championship. And we wish them all the best of luck. We'll have an opportunity to talk about that again on one of these programs. Basketball is underway. Women's basketball team, men's basketball team, both off to 3-1 starts. For Coach Terrell Williams, who joined us, his team opened up beating Bishop State, Dyersburg State, and Arkansas Mid-South. Then hosted the 4th-ranked team in the country, Three Rivers. Actually led that game 31-11, had a double-digit lead at half, but the number 4 team became the number 4 team in the second half, and it ended up a 63-55 loss there at Howard Coliseum. So they, as you read the story, did what Coach Williams wanted them to do, followed the scouting report, did everything right, but then as teams and games can change It did, but proof that I think Coach Williams has this team set and ready to do some things this year. They are going to be in Paris, Texas for the Paris Junior College Classic. They have community college women's basketball teams coming from all over. Northwest will play a couple of Texas teams in Trinity Valley and Blinn College. They will play Trinity Valley tomorrow at 5:30 and Blinn College on Saturday at 5. So the women's basketball team doing what they do on the road. For the weekend, the next home basketball game will be Tuesday at 5:30 against Arkansas Mid-South, a team they'd already beaten 62-48 at West Memphis, Arkansas. So those shows will all go, games will go before our next show. For the men's team and Coach Redmond, they're off to the 3-1 start. High-scoring affairs throughout. So far this season, the Northwest men in 4 games have scored 106, 98 and a loss, 108 and 98. You want to see some points put up on the board. Coach Redmond and his team doing it right now. They will actually be in action tonight in Senatobia, 6 o'clock. Now, they're playing Coralhoma. It's not a conference game at this point. But 6 o'clock tonight, the Northwest team, who has won 2 straight, try and put a third in the books, and then they get Arkansas Mid-South on Tuesday before we do another show. But if you're looking for something to do on the Northwest campus and you like some basketball, it's there for you. Tonight, 6 o'clock, Howard Coliseum. And then, of course, comes Coach Benji Parker and the 4th-ranked Northwest football team. They made it into the playoffs in the state of Mississippi again and had to travel to number 5 Colin and play in a wild one that ended up a 28-27 Northwest win. Colin had a first down and goal and an opportunity to kick a field goal or do something, right? They decided to pass, and Northwest intercepted that pass in the end zone and then held on to win the game 28-27. So that means coming up Saturday at 2, number 4 Northwest versus now number 5 Mississippi Gulf Coast. 2 o'clock, Ranger Stadium at Bobby Franklin Field. The winner of that one, again, barring some weird voting in the NJCAA poll, would get a chance to go and play for a national title. Northwest has done this on multiple occasions, and they get that chance to do it possibly again. But first things first, they have to get a chance to host and try and win the state of Mississippi again, and then see what you can do. Currently, Northwest is behind number 3 Tyler Junior College out of Texas, and number 2 Iowa Western, who's always up there, and Hutchinson Community College out of Kansas. Then it's Northwest and Mississippi Gulf Coast in 4th and 5th. So one would think that the winner would get that opportunity to play in the NJCAA championship for what is Division I in football. So the Rangers have had their opportunities, a chance to play in some of these events before. Well, they got to win on Saturday and may have that opportunity again. Weather is going to be fine, so hopefully you'll get that opportunity, Ranger fans, to go and cheer on number 4 Northwest with number 5 Gulf Coast coming to Senatobia Ranger Stadium, Bobby Franklin Field, 2 o'clock. And you know that it will be broadcast on nwccrangers.com. You can get the live stats if you can't watch, whatever your situation might be. But 2 o'clock on Saturday. Best of luck to both of the football teams. The women's soccer group going to Wichita, Kansas, trying to defend their Division II Soccer National Championship. They have a match Sunday at 12:30, Tuesday at 12:30. And then football in Senatobia at 2 o'clock. That's what you need to know. Basketball tonight at 6. It's all for you right there at nwccrangers.com. And with that, we've done another Thursday program, another Bank First Ranger Hour. This one on November 13, 2025. We appreciate you being with us today, and we thank Dr. Emily Davis for talking with us about, spring enrollment and what we need to do, our times, our dates, and things of that nature. And then Coach for talking with us about the women's soccer program. And congratulations to him and the team for a third straight year being Region 23 champions. And now on to try and win the Natty. We are done. Middays with Gerard is next. I will be back with that look into high school sports, college sports, a little bit of everything with Jake Thompson in studio with me tomorrow. Hope you join me. So long.
Now the time has come for leaving, fear now we shall return. We were so glad we could make it, but so